This video is brought to you by Maik the Liar. Have you ever wanted an outfit so hip and in style, your head just fell off without even letting you know beforehand? Have you ever wanted to sway the local tavern girl so much you grow into a gigantic sized monster? Have you ever wanted an outfit so powerful it lets you enter the Cloud District without Nazim? Well, look no further, lads and lassies of Skyrim, because boy, do I have just the swiggiest and swaggiest item on the menu for you. The Maik the Liar monk robes, one of a kind too. We currently only have a stock of 100 or less, so make sure to head to the Whiterun District and find our local stand. We originally had 1,000, but they're selling like sweet rolls on a Mondays day. So come on by now, please. So a lot of people encounter this quest without ever really realizing who the Wolf Queen is. And it's odd, especially when she's one of the most notorious figures in Elder Scrolls history. The Septim dynasty is known for its great line of emperors, some of our favorites being Uriel I and Uriel II. There's Uriel III. Uriel IV. Did I mention Uriel V? Oh, I nearly forgot about Uriel VI. Of course, my favorite is Uriel VII. Then there's Martin. A line of emperors that is all but dead in current times, but we remember them for the good times we had, like any good ruler of a dysfunctional, non-working kingdom that loves to go to war. But we have the glorious ruler known as Queen Potema, a ruler so corrupt, so evil, so mean, that every bit of her life has been her being some sort of nut job, like the woman couldn't go more than 5 minutes without committing a crime. So what kind of a video is this, you ask? Well, a few months ago I created a playlist called the Elder Scrolls Thoughts, and every so often I ask a question that I answer in a video and I throw it into that playlist. You can check out that playlist for all these question/lore videos on my channel page because you need to watch them for the sake of Maik and Ronald. So let's delve into the main question of the day. Who is the Wolf Queen? Potema Septim was born in the 67th year of the Third Era, daughter to Pelagius Septim II and Quintilla, a couple of hundred years before the events of the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion take place. According to her granddad, when she was a baby, she looked like a she-wolf about ready to pounce. This is more than likely what brought about her legendary nickname, the Wolf Queen. Potema grew up in the Imperial City alongside not the greatest of influences. Her brother was quite the womanizer of the time, getting all the women of the medieval ages, and Potema probably picked up some bad habits. Not just from the brother, but from other family members, corrupt guards, maybe even members of the Thieves Guild, because she spent most of her childhood picking locks, stealing documents, and blackmailing her family. By the age of 14, Potema was seeked out by many men for her divine beauty. Obviously, these guys were a tad bit daft to think a girl on the outside is just as nice on the inside. Potema may have had a hand in messing around with some documents to organize the marriage she got involved in later, the one where she married King Mantiarco of Solitude in the cold, harsh lands of Maikrum. Now, the great thing for Potema was that King Mantiarco genuinely loved this girl with all his heart, and this gave Potema access to a lot of power that she would take advantage of in the long run. Potema spent a lot of her pregnancies having miscarriages, and this probably resulted in a steady decline of her mental health alongside the already ticking time bomb. Finally though, in the 97th year she had a son, who she called Uriel because people seemed to adore this name for some strange reason. But it was most likely because her granddad was called Uriel too. Now, Potema wasn't even close to finishing causing havoc, as she decided to put false ideas in her husband's mind. Ideas that stated his first son wasn't actually his, and this resulted in working as Uriel was named the heir to the throne. Potema had a brother named Antiochus, I hope I pronounced that properly, and when Potema's father, Pelagius II, died, Antiochus was named the new emperor, and this did not go down well for Potema. She tried to blackmail her brother into not taking the throne with a forged letter, but this did not work, and Antiochus became the new emperor of Tamriel. King Mantiarco Marco died the year after Pelagius did, and Potema's son Uriel was put atop the Solitude throne to rule, where he did so alongside his mother, entertaining and making allies all across Tamriel. She did whatever she could to smear the good name of her brother, because this was all part of a plan she had in the long run, and like always, Potema just could not stop scheming. Potema visited the imperial court with her son Uriel in the year 112, and mysteriously her brother Antiochus died, thus leaving open another opportunity for Potema to try and take over the throne. She contested for it against his daughter Kintira II, but failed to do so, and her appeal to the Elder Council was ignored, thus leaving Potema once again angrier than ever, and this was only about to escalate. She decided to return to Solitude to muster up and assemble troops for a war. Potema led her forces in the wars in Skyrim and to Cyrodiil. One of the most notable wars she was involved in was the Battle of Falkenstar in the 127th year of the Third Era. Before that, however, she had managed to get rid of the Empress, her brother's daughter, by capturing her in a battle in High Rock. The Empress was captured and executed, and if we were to go off the year we are told she was executed, this would have made the Empress only 10 years old when she was executed, which is a real tragedy, and really does make you realize how far Potema was willing to go to win the award for being the biggest douchebag around. So during the Battle of Falkenstar, Potema received word that Uriel had been captured in the Battle of Ichidag in Hammerfell. All her attempts at getting him would fail, and later that same year, he was burnt alive in a prison carriage by an angry mob while heading to the Imperial City to face trial for his crimes. After this happened, a lot of Potema's allies wanted nothing to do with her, and decided to switch sides under the new Emperor of Tamriel, Sepphoris I. Even though the war was technically over, Potema spent 10 more years fighting, grasping at straws, and went to great lengths to keep herself afloat, even going as far as creating armies of the undead. She got major big into necromancy in these 10 years, and most of her warriors were brought back from the dead. She died during a long siege in the year 137, ending her reign of terror after all this time. So that, my friends, is the story of the Wolf Queen and who she was before you meet her in Skyrim. But of course, the journey about the Wolf Queen does not end here, as I have a couple more videos planned about her coming soon. The next one we will be focusing on our encounter with her in Skyrim, and the one after that, well, let's just say that one is a little bit of a surprise, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Anyways, my friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like on the video, as it really helps me out. And if you didn't like it, well, just leave a dislike, because any rating is good. If you want more videos and to see more of what I do, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and all that kind of crap. If you've even made it this far, you can always check out my other stuff if you did like this. Just remember that. Did I mention you should check out the other Elder Scrolls Thoughts videos on my channel? No? And stay tuned for uploads in the future? Yeah, you should. But without much more babble, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one.